How was Beata doing?
She was struggling. She was researching a lot about the disease, just struggling, trying to figure out how to get her baby home.
How was your brother doing?
Trying to hold the family together. In such an ugly situation, he tried to be the strong one and keep Kyle going and keep Beata on track, and just he was struggling.
January 8th, 2017. Does that date have any significance to you?
Yeah, it's my 50th birthday.
Can you describe how you woke up that morning?
Jack called me and said Beata just hung herself, and you need to get over here right away.
Did you rush over?
Yes, immediately. I told my wife Beata hung herself, and I'm going to Jack's, and I took off across the street.
And you went into the house?
Yes.
Did you go in through the front door or the garage?
Front door.
Where was Kyle?
Kyle was near the laundry room door, which is just to the right of the front door. And he was trying to get into the garage. Jack was yelling, "Kyle, no, you can't go in there." He was trying to keep him back.
Can I stop you there?
Mm-hmm.
Your Honor, we'd like to, at this point, publish 2615 and allow the jury the opportunity to listen.
Is it in evidence?
It is, Your Honor.
You may.
January 2017, 7 hours, 57 minutes, and 38 seconds, Sam.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
Hung herself.
What's the address? What city are you in?
Venice. Closest road is Lee Road in Venice.
Is there a name to the neighborhood?
Kyle.
What's the phone number that you're calling from?
I'll give you my cell.
Tell me exactly what happened.
She hung herself in the garage. No.
Stay on the line. Are you with her now?
Well, I'm in the garage.
How old is she?
42.
Is she awake? I just have to verify.
She's stiff. Oh my God. No, Kyle, you can't go in there.
Okay, tell me why she looks like she's dead.
No, I'm a retired deputy fire chief. I know she is.
Do you think she's beyond any help?
Beyond, yes, rigor. I'm sure she's really
okay.
stiff.
I'm sending I'm sending someone to assist you. Please leave everything as you found it. Is there anything we can do for you?
Okay, just please get somebody here.
They're on their way.
I'm gonna bring my son to my neighbors or call my neighbor.
Okay. Can you tell me the address there one more time? Okay, they're on their way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
What'd you do with Kyle when you got there?
I grabbed Kyle and I asked Jack if he could call the fire department. And just told him I'm getting Kyle out of here. And I scooped up Kyle, and he's just a skinny little boy, and I grabbed him and took him home, and we sat in a chair in my living room for probably 6 or 8 hours crying.
Did you see Jack the rest of that day?
I'm sure I did when I brought Kyle back, or I don't recall honestly.
Maya was still at Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital.
Yes.
How long was it after that morning that Maya came home from the hospital?
Not long at all. I don't remember how many days, but it was pretty quick.
So emotionally, we can all guess how Maya was at that point.
Yeah.
How was she physically when she came home out of the hospital?
She was horrible. Horrible. She had been getting so much better, and just to see her going from, improving every day to coming home and her feet were all turned inward, her toes were pointing at each other. Again, just looking at her face, the amount of pain in that child, I think it was worse than I had ever seen at that point.
So stepping back and comparing Maya physically to where she was in late September, early October of 2016 before she went in the hospital. In January 2017, when she comes out of the hospital, was she better or worse?
She was far worse coming out of the hospital.
What'd you do to support your brother in the next days and weeks?
I closed my shop down, and I stayed with him. I think I closed my shop probably for a couple months, and I stayed with him every day and helped him with paperwork, cleaning the house, cooking meals, whatever it took, just anything, just to be there for him.
As the Kowalskis grappled with their new life, did you have the opportunity to observe Maya physically rehabilitate herself?
Yeah, and she lost her mother, so she was obviously emotionally in a different place. But from a physical standpoint, she's a lot like a mother. She was just very determined, and she was going to work hard, and she wanted out of that wheelchair, and she wanted to walk again. And she worked out constantly through the pain. I would see her on the floor in front of her wheelchair doing exercises with tears coming out of her eyes, but she would fight right through it. And then one day, after she had finally gotten up on crutches, one day I come over and she's loading up her book bag, not to go to school, but she's putting all kinds of books in her book bag, and she put it on her back just to walk down the street to her friend's Riley's house on her crutches. And she wanted that extra weight on her back for exercise and the practice so she can go back to school. She's a tough kid. And I love you, Maya.
How about your nephew, Kyle, how'd he do in the 6 months, year after he lost his mother?
Very introverted. I mean, how does any kid do knowing that they're never going to see their mother again? He struggled. He was very quiet, stayed in his room, didn't interact much with anybody. And I think it was, he was trying to grieve internally. And then he eventually, long term, getting to the point where he is now, he fishes. That's his outlet. He likes to fish. It's his place to get away. I think Maya immersed herself in her school books when she got back to school, and Kyle immersed himself in fishing. And Jack immersed himself in helping people again. I think he just, like I said, eventually turned to fishing to have his quiet time and to deal with this.
And my last question, your brother Jack, how has he changed since losing Beata?
He's changed the most, and he hides it the most. He's not as funny as he used to be. He's a dad and a mom, and he's the best father I've ever known. He's always been the best father I've ever known. But taking on the role of being a mother as well for those children, there's nobody in this world that could have done it better. He will do anything for his children.